Hey, welcome back to Campaigns of the Plains. Hey, we're doing Monster of the Week again, and we're finishing up the story we started here last week, bringing back the characters of Toni, Trixi, David, and Mickey, and introducing a new character, Priest, formerly known as Father Manuel of the Church Saint Anthony de Padua, from the previous season of Monster of the Week.
So go back and watch it. Do it, I dare you.
Yeah.
I think it's episode 9.
It is The Fires of Texas.
But watch 1 through 8 first.
Oh. This is like a prequel to episode 9.
Yeah.
So, before we dive back in, make sure that you are going to social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, sometimes TikTok, and liking, following us. Go to YouTube and make sure to subscribe. Click that little bell. And also, we're on podcasts, just about every platform that matters. So go ahead and listen to us there if you don't have time to sit down and watch the videos. Any other announcements before we dive into a recap?
No.
Okay, I'll take that as a no. So, last time we met our characters, we were reintroduced to Father Manuel. Now going by the codename Priest, and seeming to have picked up some new abilities and a new friend. A black dog that seems to know his every wish and even read his mind. The team split up to investigate a series of mysterious fires. After being given a tip by Susie, their former associate, who they seemingly have had a falling out with. It's a couple of years since the last time we had seen our group, and they're out here in Texas trying to finish up some unresolved business, dealing with a dragon. The group investigated the scene of the crime and went and interviewed the coroner and sifted through his files, and a name came up over and over, Jerry DeWitt, a name very intimate to Father Manuel. And as we closed our session last time, the team took off to the middle of Big Thicket National Preserve, where they hope to find the dwelling of Jerry and put the fires of Texas to rest. So, you are driving along these country roads. They are well preserved highways. It's not like they're gravel roads or anything. There are some offshoots that are definitely less maintained, but it doesn't take you very long to leave the city and to make it out into the wildlands that reside to the east. As your vehicle, the conveyance-helmed automated navigational dynamic recreational automobile, otherwise known as Chandra, directs you to your destination. It turns down a gravel road, and after a few bumpy minutes, it slows down and then comes to a halt. Priest, who is following closely behind in his black pickup truck, also comes to a stop, and Chandra speaks up and says, "I'm sorry, I cannot continue.
How far are we from destination?
You are approximately 5 minutes away from our destination.
Huh. Does the road end, or did she not?
No, there's plenty of road, and it's a fairly well-maintained gravel road ahead of you. Yeah, she just says, I cannot continue.
I
You switched to manual?
roll down my window and I kind of stick my head out. I'm like, what the hell is the holdup?
Chandra said she couldn't go any farther.
Who the fuck is Chandra?
Chandra, say hi.
Beep, beep.
Hello.
Was that your car?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not surprised anymore by the things that Trixi can do.
Chandra speaks up and says, there seems to be a barrier preventing me from moving forward.
A barrier?
Oh, well, yeah, just switch to manual. Is that a thing you can do?
Do you mean a physical barrier or like a metaphysical barrier?
It is metaphysical and magical in nature.
Trixi,
I'm
can you look at
afraid
that?
that if I were to proceed, I would cease to exist.
Oh,
Great.
we can't take Chandra farther. She'll die. Okay, Chandra, can you put back up the hood,
Oh,
The roof.
the roof?
and with a sickening crunch and grinding, you hear the metal shift back into place and seal itself to the twisted beams that it ripped itself from, and it seals back in place.
I'll get out of the
That's
car.
terrifying.
Go to you and. Okay, and Trixie too. There seems to be some kind of magical barrier that Chandra can't pass through.
I believe there are runes engraved in some of the local trees that have set up a perimeter.
Could you show me a map on screen, please?
See, he was out in the car. Now the car is our best informant.
The steering wheel, sucks in, and then dives into the dash, and then the whole dash, you see an array of panels start sliding and shifting, and the centermost panel flips over, revealing a television screen with what appears to be a dot matrix printout in black and green of a perimeter that has been set up, and you can see the road that you are on and a little red dot that indicates your vehicle and then the vehicle behind you as well. And so you do see a series of dots where it believes these runes are.
There's apparently runes inscribed in some of the trees.
Oh.
Magical barrier. I don't know anything about magic. Trixie?
I mean, I can definitely try and do stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able. It sounds like it's pretty powerful. But I can sure try.
You're literally the only one I know that knows anything about magic, so it's...
I will hop out and try and find the tree that Chandra is talking about.
Okay. So you get out of the vehicle and kind of look at the map on the screen, and then you look over to, there's this big old, it's not that old. All the trees here seem fairly scrawny and young, but it doesn't take you long to see the scorched marks of some sort of rune, and you know these types of runes. This is definitely some sort of protection magic, keeps things out. And you reach out and kind of tap it, and it feels warm to the touch.
Would I know if this type of protection is dangerous in any way to us? Hypothetically, I were to cross the barrier, would I start like on fire or something?
You feel that for mortals, this is probably nothing. It wouldn't really affect you.
What specifically is it trying to prevent from entering?
It seems to prevent magic within its borders.
So would I know if I went in, I wouldn't be able to cast magic? Is that the idea?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Would I know if it's one of those types of wards where if one of them is missing, then it like breaks the chain, or would we have to go around and like get rid of all of them? Because I literally do not see a benefit in me walking through this barrier.
Right.
At least me specifically. The rest of the party maybe, but like I am useless.
I think you should read a bad.
Of course you want me to read that, please.
While she's doing that, can I get out of the car and walk over to Priest?
Yes, you can.
Because you probably don't know what's going on, right?
Oh, I'm watching the situation.
Oh, okay, but like, I would probably ask you to see if like your like shadow dog can find all these trees. Like, do you know anything about this?
So, just kind of listening to the situation, it sounds like your friends found some runes that are gonna make getting in for some of us a little tougher. Don't think it's a good idea to send Alex in.
Magical.
Well, I just didn't know if you could find them and like,
Well,
if you knew what they were, like, how to get rid of them.
I show you the printout of the dot matrix. So here's where they are.
Oh, you have to tear that rung off of the paper.
Yeah, I don't want to. I like it when it's on there because I like to bother people with it. It's David. David's bothered by it. Sometimes I just tear a corner off and rip it and then leave the rest.
Oh, and it's
Is that like hangnail?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll kind of like mentally check on Alex and be like, do you think you could sniff around, see if there are any more of these? Just don't go in.
Alex nods at you, understands, and turns out to get out of the truck and just in a scene that's very unsettling to anyone who watches, just phases through the door and is off sniffing the perimeter, you assume, of whatever this is.
Is your dog a ghost?
No.
After a
use-
few minutes,
He just walked right through that door like it wasn't real.
Maybe the door's not real.
I think the door's real. I think that the dog isn't.
I told you it was just shadow
I don't know a lot
of a
about
dog.
magic.
He knows a lot of tricks.
Right. Good boy.
after a while, you get this feeling in your head, just same. So this is a protective barrier. It doesn't look like there's any way in other than through or by destroying the barrier. So real quick, let's go back to what Trixi was doing. You rolled a 10. So you get to hold 3. What would you like to ask?
I would ask, what is the best way?
Best way in. The best way in is, through. Obviously, in terms of what you are asking or what you're trying to find out, you figure that whoever set this up, obviously, you only know this one road in. So following the road in, anyone who is watching this trail is going to, like, obviously expect someone to come up the road. It might behoove you to go around to another side to figure out, like, a way in so that they don't see you coming.
We did see it's like a perfect circle around, right? Like there's no like obvious hole or something.
Yeah, it looks like it is continuous protection.
Okay. So potentially other way in.
Mm-hmm.
What's most vulnerable to me?
Okay. I mean, I feel like that's pretty obvious. It's your magic, obviously. But
I meant, I guess I was thinking, like, what about the barrier is most vulnerable to me?
okay, so I see what you're saying, and that's a great way to question it or to phrase it. So, like I said, when you touched it, it was warm. You get the feeling that whatever cast this it was used with like a heat magic. And so in your head, best way to counter heat magic is to use cold magic with a counter spell of some sort.
Okie dokie. Can I hold my last question for you back information, or do I have to use it right now?
I will say that you can hold it for this scene. So while you're still outside investigating this perimeter, you can hold it.
Like if we move to another part of the perimeter, can I?
Yeah. So while you're outside of this perimeter, trying to figure out a way to get past this obstacle,
Sure.
It counts.
Okay. Sounds good. I will hold on to that. I will try and cast my new ice rope thing. I'm not trying to do necessarily damage because it's like deals harm, close, blah blah blah. It's more just flavor. Like I just want to do some ice magic on this room.
Okay.
And see if it works.
So go ahead and roll your dice.
Ooh. That's 5. I get +1 from that. 6 plus 3 is 9.
Okay. So it works, but with a glitch. Well, actually, you use the rope, didn't you? So what does the rope's glitch say?
It's just different damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it does like 3 harm close, immediate 1 harm, everyone 1 d round it down. So
Okay. So is anyone standing near Trixi?
No.
I think
I've
we're all by the
learned-
cars, aren't we?
I've learned
yeah.
long ago, don't stand near Trixie.
I think most of us
Okay.
are near my car, actually.
Mhm.
Okay. So Trixi, as you're casting this, you're trying not to do too much damage here. And then as the frost starts to accumulate over this trunk of this tree, this is a fairly tall tree. It's scrawny, like I said, but it's very tall. And you see it the bark of the tree starts to crack, right? And you see this rune etched in it start to like sputter sparks and then fizzle away. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you see other trees along this unperceivable line. You start seeing little sparks and sputters as it seems like you've triggered some chain reaction. And as you're about to rejoice in your success, like jinxless magic, you hear a sharp crack as the tree that you just cast on starts to lean towards Sandra, and its very tall trunk comes crashing down on the hood of the car.
Chandra!
Is anyone in there?
Oh,
Do you?
Did we all-
Or do we
no,
all
I
get
got
out?
out talking to
Did
Priest.
David get out?
Just did too.
Yeah.
David?
Hmm?
Were you still in the car?
no,
Okay.
no, I think we're all just like right by it though. Well, I know I wasn't too far away from it.
I was like, my car is literally a few feet back from
So
it.
you're like just yeah. Ooh.
What? My
Oh.
car!
She was worried about dying.
Chandra?
Oh.
Are you dead?
I don't feel so well.
Oh,
my
shit.
God.
I don't want to go.
That's horrible.
Oh,
She'll be back in 5 years.
Okay.
yeah. So a tall tree just landed on top of Sandra, but the barrier is down.
That's unfortunate.
We can rebuild her.
Better, faster, stronger.
Exactly.
Hey, she's still talking. She might be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how magical
I don't think
cars
she's
work.
talking anymore.
She's happy.
I wish I was not granted feelings.
Oh.
Trixie, could you please put the car out of its misery?
What, you want me to kill it?
You already killed it.
Yeah, I think you both already did that.
I mean, I can try and
No,
kill it.
I'm still alive, but I can feel everything.
Just push the tree out. Push the tree off the car. Maybe we can fix it.
Okay. I mean, I'm not that strong, but I can sure try, I guess.
We're making the little girl do it.
Use your magic.
Use his magic.
I will-
Bouncing into cars.
Just folds the
Folds the car around the tree trunk.
yeah.
Stronger than average human thing and try and like lift the trunk
Okay.
off of the vehicle.
Can we do light as a feather, stiff as a board, and we all just...
Mhm.
Yeah. That is well over 12.
Okay. With ungodly strength, this tiny, frail young woman just lifts up this humongous telephone pole-sized tree and just yeets it way out into the forest.
I was not planning on like throwing it like Hercules, but I was sure.
Misjudged your strength.
Yeah.
Chandra, can you auto repair? Is that something that I don't know? I mean, I only watched one episode of Knight Rider, so I don't know what you're capable of.
I will need time to heal.
Okay, well we'll leave you here, and you'll be fine. We got you parked off down the side of the road.
So,
Okay.
Don't talk to any strangers.
tree.
Just pretend you're a car.
Just pretend you're a car.
we come back to a bunch of Texas rednecks trying to...
Fucker.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh no, we're hunting a dragon.
Oh,
The car and
God.
the dragon will be trying to fuck when we get back.
So,
This
Priest,
is how Reddit pages
can
start.
we catch a ride with you? Cause
Catch a ride.
Trixie dropped a tree on my car.
Well, I only have the one bench seat, and then the back is kind of empty, so you have to ride in the back.
Well, how far is it? We're only like a 5-minute
Yeah,
walk.
we're
Can we
really
just-
close.
Should we just walk in? Might be a little stealthier.
Yeah. That
That's actually not a bad idea.
is also. So what was that? What did you do? What was that? Like you just blew up a tree? Why?
I disabled the barrier, you know, the one that Chandra was talking about.
So you blew up a tree and that disabled the whole barrier?
No, I
it's just-
cast some ice magic on the room because it was fire magic. Because I knew that fire magic and ice magic don't work well together, right? So I cast ice magic on it, and it caused the tree to crack because it was so strong. Sometimes I know my own strength.
Sometimes.
But it broke the barrier. Also, suggestion, don't follow the road, maybe go in from a different angle so they don't see us coming.
That seems fair.
She blew up the tree and disabled the barrier.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Great.
And you know what?
I think that's good.
It wasn't a toy store, and that's progress.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have your drone?
Yeah, it's in Chandra.
Aww.
It's in the trunk, not the front.
Well, it's in the back,
Yeah.
so it should be fine. Right?
Chandra, I'm just gonna just real quick, and then I pop the trunk open.
Might be a good idea to do a
Yeah,
quick little scout.
You pop the trunk open and that back hatch rather, being a station wagon,
that's fair.
and you do see your little remote controlled helicopter with the jimmy rigged little camera attached to it.
I bring it out and hand it over to David. So with the FBI, do we get real drone money? Because they're expensive, so this is really the best that I've got.
We really only have a couple of them. It's kind of new.
Yeah. I read about it once, and I thought I could make my own.
The drone is very dusty, and there's a few leaves sticking in it because you've had the top down several times today. So.
I dusted it off.
It was camouflage, so you can't see the drone. Wow.
Yeah, it's right. Mickey's right.
So yeah, let's just get a real quick idea.
Actually, we should have
going.
Mickey fly it. He knows technology more than I do.
Right.
I'll hand you the drone and the little remote control for the helicopter.
Like
This is literally a helicopter I bought at Toys R Us and duct taped a video camera to.
What about the one that I got you?
Oh shit! I go back and get the right one.
You leave that at the
No, I
bunker?
got it. No, it's here. I bring out the drone that David got me. I haven't used it yet because it was a nice birthday gift, and I don't want to lose it.
I don't know that was a birthday gift.
You gave it to me on my birthday.
Okay, well, I mean...
Wow. I know when your birthday is.
I didn't know you that well when I got it for you.
But you still got it for me on my birthday. I thought maybe you read my file or something.
Probably should. You know, honestly, I really probably should have done that before.
You didn't read everybody's
I
files? Like, I read everybody's files.
We got files?
Everybody's got a file.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have files on all of you.
How thick is it?
But you're young, so it's not that thick yet. Although there was the alien thing, so.
Yeah, for aliens.
This is kind of a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
You should probably stop searching for those things.
Yeah, they're
You
gonna
know what I'm
find
talking about. Not the conspiracy ones.
So,
I don't know if there's one yet.
you have the drone out. Are you going to launch it then?
I'm gonna have Mickey launch it because he's the tech guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go, Mickey, you're so fine.
He just throws it in the air.
You gotta turn on!
Oh, yeah. It's been a while.
You said you went to tech school!
I went to a state school. I just
No.
found a computer.
You turn it on, and as you start to manipulate the controls, it springs to life and rises up into the air, buzzing, and heading off into what used to be the perimeter of this little circle of protection.
We probably could have done this before we broke the circle because it's not a magical drone.
Well, I was going to ask if it would anything that crossed through it would alert whoever created it, but then she blew up that tree and apparently disabled the barrier, so we didn't really need to worry about it anymore.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. So, you also pull out your closed circuit TV that sends a signal to your little, well, not little, but clunky camera duct taped to your helicopter, and you start seeing images of a house that lies just a little bit ways from where you're currently at. it looks like an older style ranch house, maybe from the 50s, 60s. And there's a small detached garage nearby. There appears to be some sort of porch wrapping around it, at least in the front end. And you do see a chimney, and there's some smoke coming out of it. It has a very, like, cabin quality feel to it. There's a little pile of wood off to the side in between the garage and the house. And there is a blue pickup parked out in front.
Oh, looks like somebody's home.
Is the fire truck anywhere along the road? Or did we get them here?
You don't hear a fire truck yet. But you did call a while ago, and you would think that it'd be on its way soon, but you are kind of far from the town proper, and depending on who you called, it might take a while of just passing the buck from one department to the other, depending on who has jurisdiction in this part of the woods. Just because that's how things were back.
I'd like to
Not
hear
everything went to 911.
how you convinced them to send a fire truck out here.
I just told them that we have the location of the suspected arson, and I have suspicions that they are likely going to ignite this house in the forest. So if we have the truck on location, we can take care of the problem before it gets too bad.
That's smart.
Yeah, it was surprisingly easy.
We also could have just started the house
I mean,
on fire and then
you
called
do
fire
have the
department.
credentials to back your statement.
I don't think anyone particularly cares about an identification card
That's fair.
over the phone.
That's true. It was over the phone. That's true.
Yeah.
They're just very believable people here. Very trusting.
Well, all you really have to do is call them and say, "Hey, fire," and they'll say, "Okay, we're on our way." It's usually pretty easy to call the fire department or police department or even the ambulance.
Okay. So,
Well, anyway,
you
So
have received images from your drone.
Looks like somebody's
What are
home.
your next steps?
I agree with Mickey. We should probably approach cautiously. Maybe through the woods. Not on the main road. We will be seen from the road.
I'm telling Alex the route that we're taking and telling him to circle around on the other side, but keep his distance and let me know if he sees anything.
Okay. You feel the thought of affirmation.
So, priest.
Yeah.
Since we're going into this risky situation together, what kind of skills do you have? Are you a I got guns person? Are you a I got magic person? Are you a I just hang back and watch kind of person?
I mean, I do like to watch, but that's neither here nor there. And he goes to the back of his Bronco and opens up the gate and pulls out this ivory-handled sword. It's got some runes etched in it.
Oh. Well, that's not a gun or magic, and I like it.
It's a little bit of both.
It's gun magic.
Gun magic.
Gun magic.
Robots in disguise. Anyway, so okay. So you're setting out through the woods to Blank's house. So your group heads out, making its way through the trees. Following the outskirts of this former barrier, you can see these burned out, charred marks that used to be ruins. It's an easy path to follow until you get to a point where you think it's kind of rounding around to the back side and you start making your way in. After some time, you do come to the side of the building where the chimney is, and it's still burning. And this is the side opposite of where the garage is. The garage is on the opposite end of the house, and there's the blue truck parked out front. What are you doing?
I don't know. Should we? I don't know.
You agents, and I make quotation marks in the air, go up to the door and tell him to surrender himself.
That's what I was actually going to suggest, David.
I'm actually going to first. I'd like to.
Why did you quote when you said agents?
I'd like to try and maybe read a bad situation here. Like, is there something? Well, I guess I'll roll for it first before I ask questions. Hey, that's actually pretty good. What is it, sharp?
Yep.
11. Oh, hold 3. Fuck yes.
Yeah, you do. All right.
Okay. Are there any dangers that we haven't noticed? Because we're like right next to the house, right? At this point?
Right. So, yeah, I would say as you're getting closer to this house, you're scoping it. Your FBI training's kicking in, and you look through one of the windows, and the house is still kind of far off from your position, but you catch sight of the clear glass panes of the front of a gun cabinet on the inside. So you can assume whoever this guy is, he's armed.
It is Texas, after all. Okay. Well, I think...
Should we just go up there?
Yeah, real quick, what's the best way in? Up to that front door, knocking on it.
Right. So you have several options to get in. Obviously, you can go through the front door. Nothing's stopping you. But there are several windows around this building. There's one near the front door that's likely a front sitting room or living room. There's a couple of windows on this side that you're facing. There, one on each side of the fireplace. You see the gun cabinet through the right side window, and it's on a far back wall. And on the other side, it looks like it might be some sort of kitchen. And you do see through this kitchen window, there is some sort of back door. So if you wanted to, you could probably use the back door so that you're not just walking straight into danger.
Well, what if we go around front with the intention of interrogating him about the case and have them go around to the back?
That's what I was actually going to say. And then... Yeah, I think that last one, I don't really know what is a good one to ask right now, though. So, yeah. I'll approach the front door, asking Mickey and Trixie to try and stay hidden, but keep an eye on the back door and alert us if he tries to bolt out, and see if you can at least try to maybe slow him down so that we can catch up with you.
Okay.
Two priests.
Priest, I don't really know what your specialties here are going to be.
I'll watch you guys' back. How about that?
That works for me. Well, let's go and approach.
Just in case we get separated, I hand my cell phone to Michael.
Oh,
Don't drop this in the toilet again.
I don't think there's a toilet around here unless there's an outhouse.
I just say bear shit in the woods.
Huh.
Bears shitting. Yeah, okay, let's go.
Sound advice.
Just keep an eye on the windows, too. He is well armed. Might be a little freaked out if he sees anyone, so.
I try to move silently behind his vehicle. Just kind of taking up a defensive position behind, putting the vehicle between the back of the vehicle between me and the front door.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're in defensive position. David is approaching the front door. The rest of you.
Toni is approaching too.
Yeah. Tony's
Okay.
We're doing our.
Okay. Good cop, bad cop. Approaching
Okay.
front door.
We still don't know who's good cop and who's bad cop. We haven't.
Definitely you bad
two-
cop.
Why am I bad cop?
Come on, for real?
What?
Just thought they were buddy cop. No one's
And then
friends with
Mickey and Trixie. Are you
I punched a guy
heading
once.
towards the back of the house?
I'm playing Snake on the cell phone.
Oh, okay.
I will be watching the back of
Yeah.
the house and be checking on his progress and
Yeah.
be like, when you die, it's my turn.
Yeah, high score.
So,
That's great.
Toni and David go to the front door.
Yeah.
Knock on.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll knock and kind of gesture, stand to the side of the door.
Right.
Lest we be
Yeah, I don't want to.
Right.
I want to stand. Spread it
abdominal
enough.
ventilation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Shotgun.
far enough apart where maybe a shotgun
I'll
can't
get
get
out.
both of us.
Yeah. So I'll knock on the door and kind of stand to the side. Shout,
I'll stand back behind you
Uh,
where it was, not to the side. Yeah.
Right. So
asking
you
for
go-
Jerry.
So you go knock on the door, and the door is a wooden construct with 9 glass panes on the front, and there seems to be some sort of sheer curtain hung on the other side of the door. You knock and you hear some footsteps approaching, and a inquisitive face stares back as he pulls the curtain aside. The man looks not quite gaunt, but like the face of a man who's lived a hard life. He seems somewhat skinny, and he has dark hair, but his eyes are very bright, inexplicably bright. And he puts the curtain back, and you hear some clicking of locks and the sliding of a chain. And he opens the door just a crack and says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, are you Jerry DeWitt?
"Yeah, that's me."
Okay. My name is David Fox. This is my partner, Toni. I'm federal agent. We have reason to suspect you might be targeted by the recent arson that has been going around.
I don't know where you got that information, but I assure you we're fine out here.
Who was we?
Me and my family.
Okay, well, we don't have any records that show that you currently have a family, sir. Could we meet them? We'd like to make sure that everything is fine.
I guarantee everything is fine. I don't appreciate having trespassers on my property. I'd appreciate it if you just head on out. Thank you. And he closes the door.
Wow, you're going to try and manipulate someone.
Did, when he said family,
Mm-hmm.
did I get that he was lying to me about a family?
No, he was 100% honest.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Is anyone else doing anything right now?
Oh, I lost Snake. It's your turn.
You know what?
Oh, cool, thanks.
I'm just gonna knock on the door again.
Don't break the phone. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Fine.
So, a bit irritated at being the door shut on you. You pound on the door again, and he comes over, yanks it open, and says, "What?"
Jerry, we're not leaving until we can make sure that everything is fine here.
Well, I guarantee you that this is probably the safest place on Earth.
What makes this the safest place on Earth?
Believe me, there's no one who would want to tangle with the likes of me if they got in between me and my property, my home, my life.
And what sort of threat is that supposed to be?
It's not a threat, it's a promise. Now, I don't know what you people want, but I've already talked to the cops about my coworker's death, and it's a shame and a tragedy, but I don't know anything more about it.
Well, maybe you could also explain to us the situation with Karen.
Karen? Karen who?
Karen Ferdinand? She had a restraining order against you, and she's also recently turned up as a victim.
Really?
Yeah. Which leads me to you might be next, or you did it.
Now look here, I did not do anything to Karen. I haven't even seen her in, it's been like 8 years, 9.
Why did Karen have a restraining order against you?
Look, man, I did bad things in my past. I've tried to get better and do better. I did some drugs. I did things that I regret, but that's behind me now. Okay, I don't know what happened to Karen, but
Well,
I'm
Mr.
telling
DeWitt,
you, I ain't seen her.
Mr. DeWitt, it just seems concerning to us that Karen has been a victim of these arson attacks, a coworker of yours, and some other people close to where your work is, which is why we're here. We're concerned you could be targeted next.
At the very least, can you let us come in for a few questions just to make sure, again, you're fine, or if we can maybe figure out, given the connections to you, who this might be.
Go ahead and give me a manipulate someone.
Oh, I get an ongoing +1 forward for that.
Are you gonna help him?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Fuck yeah, and I get to roll. I actually get to roll sharp instead of charm.
Oh,
Like, I think you gotta hold on a second. I think she's gonna help you.
I am gonna help you. I get a +1 ongoing forward. Help out. Roll cool. How cool am I? Average. Ooh, 12.
Fuck. What is
And
what does that give? Is
+1, I believe. Right?
You get a +1.
Okay.
yeah, so for 10 plus, they'll do it for the reason you give them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it would take for them to do it, or if there's no way they do it. So he's going to say,
What'd you get?
yeah,
Well, he hasn't rolled yet.
Oh
That
yeah,
was just
she
to
rolled to
help.
help
She
me.
rolled.
So,
oh, okay.
so I mean, with your +1, that would have been a 13.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So he says, all right, if it'll mean that you'll leave me alone, we can have a short talk. Come inside. And he undoes the chain and lets you in.
Oh, good. We go in.
Whee!
Okay.
As soon as that door opens and I see that they're being let in, I tell Alex to just basically attach himself to one of them.
We're getting possessed.
Okay.
Oh god damn.
All right. Yeah. So, there is a dark shadow that seems to creep across the front porch inexplicably, and it just seems to hover underneath Toni's shadow.
It's like I want it to shadow her shadow.
Yep, and you can't tell one from the other, and just kind of fades into nothing. So,
Like Peter Pan.
Yeah.
yeah. So, Jerry turns around after laying you in and says, "All right, what can I tell you to make you see that nothing funny's happening here?"
Is there anyone that you currently have any sort of disagreements with? That anyone that you might be an enemy, whether you chose it that way or not?
No, I mean, look, I made plenty of enemies when I was younger. I used and abused, and I didn't make a lot of people happy, but I was back in San Antonio. Okay, since I moved here, I've kept my nose clean. All right, I go to work, stop at the grocery store, I come home. That's my life.
Well, we're really not all that far away from San Antonio. Do you have anyone that might still carry a grudge?
I mean, who probably didn't hold a grudge against me? I mean,
Anyone that
I
stands
don't
out
know.
to you?
Look, I can't foresee anyone tracking me down. All right, for a long time there, I just dropped off the map. It'd be very hard for someone to find me. What are you guys getting at, anyway?
Well, given that these victims have died in some pretty horrific ways, I'd like to make sure that that doesn't wind up being you or any member of your family. And I kind of like...
Yeah, while he's
Gesture to
talking
Toni.
to him, I want to kind of look around this
Mhm.
home. Does it look like more than one person lives here? Like, are there, like, place settings at the kitchen table? Are there toys on the floor? Things like that. Pictures on the fridge.
So you start scanning this front room. You can see the gun cabinet to the one side, and it's near the entrance where you came in. You also see a fairly modest setup. There is a old stone fireplace that is lit, and you see some old, kind of worn-in couches and chairs with little scuffed up coffee table in the middle of them. There are pictures running across the mantelpiece. You see a wedding picture of Jerry here, as well as a young woman. She looks African American, has short, cropped hair, really close to the scalp, very tight and curly, and she's wearing what looks like a wedding dress of some sort, and he's dressed in a suit. And you also see a picture of a young boy, has a lighter complexion than the woman or Jerry here, but has kind of wavy hair that is brown, almost on the edge of turning red. And he has these deep hazel eyes that just seem to, like, go forever. You almost have trouble looking away from just how piercing this boy's gaze is. But in the picture, he seems very happy and full of life.
Is your family home, Jerry?
They are.
We've seen reports of a series of arson issues in San Antonio from years ago. Is that when you lived there?
Yeah, I lived in San Antonio during a spat of fires. What about it?
Did they happen close to where you lived? Anyone you know personally that was affected?
I mean, I moved around a lot. I was mostly homeless. I didn't really know anyone affected by the fires, necessarily.
I think I'm just gonna like continue just asking questions, just kind of trying to buy more time for the fire department to show up and see if like periodically asking questions to try and see if I can get like reactions. If he maybe gets agitated and we see any sort of inkling of like maybe he is gonna do fire stuff.
Okay. So you start grilling him for questions, and it just, for a while, it just seems to kind of go cyclical, and you can see he's getting kind of visibly frustrated, and he says, all right, look, I answered all your questions. You've been here like 10 minutes now. I don't know what I can tell you that you don't already know. All right. All I know is, and all of a sudden, in the middle of his chest, his shirt starts to burn away. And as the shirt burns away, you can see a scar running up the center of his chest. Something ancient and healed by now, but there is a growing pit in the middle of his stomach, just set on fire, and oozing out, and he has this growing hole now in the middle of his body, and behind him, you see now there is like a small pinpoint hole in the side of the building, and it's starting to expand as the fire catches. And outside, Trixi and Nikki, you saw what almost looked like a bow rocket just shoot right past your vision, straight into the building. And Jerry falls to his knees now, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
About that safe in your home thing? Shit! And then I grab a blanket off the couch and I put him out.
Is there like a
okay.
kitchen hose?
Smother the fire.
And you're patting it out, and he's muttering something about what happened to the wards. What happened to the wards? And you see around the corner, coming down a hallway from the kitchen side of this room, a little boy pops his head out and he says, "Daddy?" And it's the boy in the picture.
Hey, kiddo. He's fine. I shield his body with my body from like the wall of the just in case something else comes and hits. Is your mom upstairs?
I don't have a mom.
Jerry?
She died in childbirth.
Oh boy. You know what? Just come here. I pick him up.
And as he's kind of trepidatious because he sees his father severely injured on the ground, and two people with guns on their hips surrounding him.
I get. It's okay. I pull out Donatello, and I hand him Donatello.
And it's at that time that another streak of fire blasts the back door from the kitchen side of this room open, and you see now walking through the forest closer to the building the shape of a live female who has like fire red hair, or maybe it is fire. You're not quite sure, but she walks with a certain confidence that can hardly be put into words, and she wears no clothes. She's completely naked, but off of her skin, it looks as if there is like a heat radiating off of her, and she approaches the door without pause, and doesn't seem to be afraid of any of you.
Yeah, so I was trying to like drag Jerry, because like Jerry is still kind of like clinging to life right now, right? Or is he like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jerry is still alive, but
Yeah.
he is severely injured.
So we're not that far from the front door, right? Okay. So I want to try to have been like dragging him out the front door, seeing if I could, because like if I saw like
as I see
trying to pull him away from like where I saw the fire
come from. Fire, as soon as the second firebolt hits, my plan was to scoop Kid and Donatello and go out the front door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how far I got dragging him before she busts in, but
okay. So yeah, the door blasts open, and you start dragging Jerry towards the front door. And as you kind of kick the front door open, a warning shot fires into the molding around the outside of the door as you look ahead and you see now a male figure, a familiar male figure, the one who gave you the information about this Mr. Zavan, walking towards you, still wearing his plaid and his jeans, but these articles slowly being burned off of him as his flame powers start to come to fruition. And Toni, you do grab the young kid, and you have him in your arms, and he's freaking out now with all the explosions going on around him.
It's okay. Just sing. Just sing at your muffs. Do your muffs and just hum, and it'll be okay.
Yeah, and you're humming to him, trying to comfort him. You can't help but notice, though, just how warm this boy is, and it feels like he's getting hotter.
Okay. Hey, what's your name, kiddo?
He's very distracted and perturbed, but you hear him mutter out, hold on. My name's Manny.
Manny? Manny?
Manny?
Okay. Listen, Manny, I'm going to keep you safe, okay? But you can't catch on fire because I'm not flame resistant, okay? So you got to stay calm and we'll get you to safety, okay?
Okay.
So just think cold thoughts. Think cool thoughts. And how did you tell me all about your favorite Ninja Turtle?
It's Michelangelo.
I think I have a Michelangelo too. I think we got him in Kansas.
He likes pizza.
Yeah, you know what? Pizza's the best.
Yeah.
Do I see this figure approaching from the outside?
Yeah, so we'll go up to the outside people. Yes, Priest, you see this male figure approaching, and you can see the heat off of him. He doesn't look like anything you've seen before. Nothing in all these dragon lore that you've been sifting through or studying for years. This is something different.
But I saw him, shoot fire onto the doorway.
Yes, you did.
I step out from behind the car and just say, and who the fuck are you supposed to be?
Hi. Well, I'm just your friendly neighborhood phoenix. And he shoots a bolt straight at your feet. Time to make you fly, little birdie.
I just grip my sword and say, time to ground you, little birdie. And, with Practitioner, I'm gonna kick some ass.
Okay.
So I get to use my magic, but with Practitioner I get to choose 2 effects. So I am going to first use Earth Wall to grab him by the feet.
Oh.
And then blast him with some ice.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and kick some ass.
That's 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, so you... Let me remind myself what you do. So 10 plus, you choose an extra effect. You either get +1 forward or give 1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm. You suffer 1 less harm, or you force them where you want them.
Let's see. I'm going to... I'm at the front. They're at the back. I'm going to inflict terrible harm.
Okay. Sounds good. How much harm is that total then?
So for the Earth, it is forceful restraining and 1 harm. So he is restrained to the ground.
Okay.
And then from the frost or ice, it is 1 harm restraining as well. So I'll make a couple of. Not only did the ground grab him by the feet, but I'm gonna have a couple of icicles just come up and like stab him and hold him in place.
Plus your extra
Okay.
that you did.
Cool.
Yep. So three harm all in all.
All right. Sounds good. All right. And he doesn't like that, but then he winces and then turns and smiles at you, and he is going to shoot a blast at you, and you're going to take 3 harm, ignore armor.
Ooh.
All right.
Does anyone have the...
I take 2 harm then because my clothing is enchanted.
Oh, fancy schmancy.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, and then was your magic ignore armor or?
No, nothing about ignore armor. But I think magic ignores armor, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all magic ignores armor.
I didn't know with all your special abilities if that did anything.
Yep. Just
Okay.
fun. Oh no, never mind. You're good.
Okay. So, with that, you've initiated combat. So, I think we're going to just start going around here to see what everyone wants to do. Let's go to Toni. You have the child in your arms. What are you doing right now?
I'm trying to keep the child calm so he doesn't. I'm trying to keep the child calm so he doesn't set me on fire.
Okay. Why don't you act under pressure?
Okay. Act under pressure, not manipulate someone.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Okay. 10?
10. Okay. They'll do it for the reason you give them. So you are talking Ninja Turtles. The child seems to be calming down. Are you saying anything else to them?
What'd you say his name was?
Manny.
I'm just gonna. I might even go up the stairs a little bit with him so he can't see what's going on. You know.
This is a ranch-style house, so there is only 1 level.
Oh, he came out of a bedroom. Okay.
Yeah, he came out of the hallway.
Okay, I'll just go down the hallway a little.
Okay, so you rush down the hallway.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Let me show me your room. What kind of toys do you have? What other shows do you like? I gotta keep the child safe. I'm not gonna have a
that
dead
moment
child.
in T2 before the Terminator cuts his arm off. Show me your room, Danny.
Yeah. So yeah, you run to his room and close the door behind you.
Is there a window in here?
There is a window.
Okay,
in here.
I'm gonna look out the window. Does it look like there's nothing out there?
You can see from an angle that the woman outside does seem to still be approaching the house.
Is she approaching like around towards the back or
towards the back door? Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until like she can't see me anymore and maybe go out the window with this kid. But for now, I'm just gonna sit him on the bed and I'm gonna grab some toys and I'm gonna play a game with him.
Yeah. So yeah, there's toys littered throughout the room. A few dirty socks laying around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a kid's room. He has a wooden 4-poster bed, and above his bed, there's a little colorful plaque that says Manuel hanging there, and yeah, it's just a colorful kid's room.
So, Manny, tell me about your dad. How long have you lived here?
My whole life.
Okay. And your mom, you said she's gone. Do you know about her? Has your dad told you about her? She looked pretty. I saw pictures.
Yeah. He died. He doesn't talk about her a lot. It makes him sad.
That's okay. She's still with you here, and I touch him on his heart.
And he just kind of looks at it and is like, oh, okay. It's one of those situations where, like, the kid has never known this parent, so he can't really be super sad about it.
So then I grab up the G.I. Joe and I'm like, let's play a game. And just ignore what's going on outside. Okay?
Oh, okay. He's still a little trepidatious, but you've done a good job.
How old is he? Like 3 or 4? Like, he's really young, isn't he?
Let's see. Yeah, so he's like 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's young enough he might not be scarred by this whole event later on in life.
Some of it was a movie.
He's going to need a therapist.
It's cool. I think we have them on staff at the FBI, right? I work for the FBI.
Yeah, so, alright. You're comforting the child. Let's go to, Trixi. What are you doing?
So, now that Mickey gave me the game to play, I'm engrossed in the game, and I'm sure as soon as the door gets blown off, like, then I might have realized, but I'm probably engrossed in the game, and I'm not paying attention to what else is going on, right? I don't know if Mickey's paying attention, but I'm not. So until I hear that door, like, get blown off, I am focused. So I don't know at what point we're jumping back to me.
So you hear the back door get blasted open. You see some naked bitch walking across the lawn, and she looks like she is on fire. And you also hear some fighting in the front end of the house too, and you hear priest yelling at some guy.
As soon as I see this chick on fire, I'll be like, oh shit! And I'll be like, torn between my game and be like, I probably should help. I'll put the phone away and I'll start casting my ice bomb rope to try and, like, hit her, do some ice damage, you know, the whole stick.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's real bad. That was real bad. That's 7. So
That's not bad.
Yeah, it does. But there's a glitch.
But glitch. Well,
according to your rope.
It does immediate harm to 3 harm close. So I'm assuming she's within close. Otherwise, I would have had to move to get close.
Right.
But it does immediate 1 harm to everyone.
Yeah. So
1d6 round.
So, Yeah, roll your d6.
3.
Okay,
So half would be 1.
So, Mickey, you take 1 point of harm because you were back there in the backyard. And she will also take 3 damage. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So the way I'm casting this is I take the ice crystal thing that I made earlier and I just like point it at her like a wand basically.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it shoots out and hits her and explodes or whatever, and then a little piece of it shoots back and hits Mickey. Oh shit! Sorry, still figuring this out.
Right. All right. Cool. With that, Mickey? What do you do? You just got shot with a icicle.
Right after I got impaled by a ice shard.
You always get shot with something.
Yeah.
Just add another scar.
Yep.
It's fine.
I'm gonna make a little constellation tattoo. I'm gonna connect all the dots. There'll be something. I'm sure it'll spell out the future. Well, we've been traveling for a little bit together, and Trixie's been teaching me some magic, and I'm not very good. But I'm gonna try casting a spell that I heard, and I'm gonna go. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new edition, and then I'm gonna shoot my gun and try to cast ice magic, so it's ice bullets.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna go ice, baby, to go. That's the spell. I heard it on the radio.
Okay. So, are you, just to clarify, is this a spell or is this an ability where you make?
I just made this up, so it's use magic, but I'm trying to flavor it with my gun. So it's
okay,
ice knife, gun magic.
Okay.
The bullet would be ice.
Yeah.
So I will
roll use magic then.
Okay. 12.
Well, succeeds without fail. Yeah. So what is your effect then?
Oh, I don't know.
Inflict harm.
Yeah, I would. That would be the intent, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm new to this magic stuff.
Yep. Okay. So it.
Yeah. And I have a handgun, so it has 2 harm. I don't know if that means anything. So it would be an ice bullet. I don't know if that would be 2 or 3 harm or whatever.
Fuck it. I'll count it.
Perfect. I don't know what this bitch is all about. I just know that everyone's using ice magic, so I'm gonna cast my ice spell that I know.
Yeah, hey. Use what you got. And she definitely doesn't like being pelted with a bunch of ice. And she is, I forgot to put harm on you.
Mm-hmm.
But she turns around and she is going to face you two, and she is going to send a big fireball blast at the 2 of you.
We're good at dodging fireballs. We've been to toy stores.
Right.
You each take 3 harm, ignore armor.
If it's magical armor, does that do anything different?
If it's enchanted,
if it's enchanted,
Josh's,
it will ignore, or it won't ignore that armor.
Yeah.
But base armor, physical armor, it will ignore.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay. So,
Can I make that noise that Mario makes when he falls in lava?
all right. And then last but not least, David, what are you doing?
I haven't even gotten outside of the house yet with
No, you were at the front door when the other creature fired a shot at you. So you're at the doorway, but this figure priest that has joined your party, he seems to have immobilized him at least momentarily. So you probably have an opening to drag Jerry farther if you'd like.
Ooh.
Do I see him, like, in the doorway dragging Jerry?
You are hidden behind the truck, so I'd say that, yeah, probably at this angle you can see him now.
I just see you and I'm like, leave the stiff, come help me!
He's not dead. Or is he? Is he dead yet?
No, he is not. He is still breathing.
Not that I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the door blows up behind me. I'm like, nope. Turn around. I want to try and drag him to the bathroom. And then I'm going to dump him into the bathtub.
And drown him!
I'll just, like, make sure he's conscious enough to, like, hold himself up, or...
Yeah, he is conscious, and I would say he is maybe showing a little more activity right now than he was a couple seconds ago. So he's definitely hurt really bad, but he seems to be getting his wits about him again.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave him in the bathtub. I might turn on the cold water just for a little bit, but then I'm gonna start. After that, I'll bolt out. Well, the front door, because I'm more aware of that situation.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming I probably can't get any attacks in after all of that, but.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll let you run back to the door, but that's where we'll end your turn then. So with that, this creature who is now anchored to the ground in the front, he's a little pissed off, and so he is going to fire a blast straight at his feet. And with the explosion that occurs, you would almost think that it would have incinerated himself, but when the dust clears, you can see that he's standing just as strong as before, if not looking a little better. And so that is his turn. And then the lady who's coming up the back, she decides to ignore you two for now, both Mickey and Trixie, and continues through the back door, and she is now inside of the house. And yeah, so we're back around to Priest. What are you doing?
Well, trapping him didn't work too well, so we're just going to go on the full offense, try to kick some more ass.
Okay. I mean, you did slow him down. He used his turn to free himself, so.
11.
11. Okay. You definitely hit him with an added effect.
2 added effects.
Yeah.
So the blast does 2. We'll pelt him with some more ice for another 1.
Yeah.
And we'll throw in some regular ass force for a +1 harm forceful. So I'm trying to kind of force him back away from the door a bit.
Right. Okay. So yeah, he takes 4 harm to the chest and.
And then I'll also do since it was 10 plus, I will take less harm.
Okay. Yeah. He blasts him backwards back into the forest, and he reaches out to slow himself down, and several trees catch fire as he goes, and he reaches down and grabs just some random log and sets it on fire and launches it at you, and you are going to take 2 harm from that.
I will take no harm, as the less harm from the kick-ass and my enchanted armor clothing keep me safe.
Alrighty. So, with that, we go to Toni.
Okay.
So,
with my occult confidential, the first time in each mystery that I observe a monster in action, I can ask a question. Well, I saw the flame lady in the forest, so I can ask a question from the investigate mystery.
okay.
So I want to ask, what sort of creature is it?
What the fuck's our deal?
Yeah.
So, you saw this lady coming up the walk in the back, and you also saw this Zavan reappear, and you recall seeing Zavan's bolo tie, and how it looked like it had a bird in laurels, and you realize now that it wasn't a laurel, it was flames. This bird was on fire. And you piece it together, fire, bird, like a phoenix?
Huh. Shit, I don't know anything about phoenixes. I know pretty minimal amounts about dragons. I know even less about phoenixes. I can't see her out the window, right? She came in the house.
Yes, she is in the house now.
Is this window at the back of the house?
Where you're at?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna open it.
Okay, you open up the window. It's easy enough.
And I'm going to pick up Manny, and I'm gonna say, okay, we need to get out of the house. I'm gonna get you into the forest where it's safer, okay?
Okay.
You would just hold on to Donatello. The G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Since I'm having Alex relay this information, I'm gonna have him peel off her shadow and where the kid can't see it, and become a dog again.
Okay.
Like outside the window?
What? Yeah.
Oh!
Okay.
My dog friend. Perfect. Help us find a safe spot to hide, okay? I say to the dog. And I climb out the window with the kid and start sneaking away.
The dog looks at you and nods.
Okay.
And then turns and leads the way.
Perfect.
Okay, so Toni is making an escape with the kid. And that brings us back to Trixi, I think.
So I saw her go in the house with Phoenix. Chick. Did I see Toni and the kid run out, or was that on the opposite side?
It's the back of the house, so probably.
It is the back of the house, so you might see Toni slipping out with the child.
Okay. Well, I will get behind Phoenix, and I'll run up basically where she was coming from, and blast directly behind her. I don't know if she's facing me or not, but I'm just gonna shoot her again with my
Pop her in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try and do my roll again. That's a 10.
Oh.
That's plus 1.
Yeah. So it succeeds.
Yeah.
You don't get shot this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does 3 harm, and then it's persistent 1 ice damage for 1d6. So that is 5 rounded down to 2. You take 1 for 3.
Okay. All right. So. Okay. So with that, we go over to Mickey.
Can you just lay down? Because he is hurting.
Uh,
He literally brought a gun to this ice fight.
I know, that's why I'm running away with the kid, because I want
Yeah.
to keep him safe, and I literally am just a person with a gun.
Wow.
I mean, I cast some spells, but like, I don't think I could do that again. Yeah, he'd probably just kind of crouch down and lay low. The fire lady's ignoring us until the fact that Trixie just
Pelted her in the back.
yeah. Is there like can I like hide behind a tree or something
Yeah, you
like
can
that?
take cover.
I think I'm just gonna hide,
Okay. Hey, that's an option.
right, from Trixie and the Phoenix lady.
Yeah.
Both of them are hurting me.
I mean, yeah. Both are valid.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're hiding. So David, what do you want to do?
Yeah, well, seeing that my target got knocked back even further away from me, I remember there's a cabinet full of guns.
Oh.
Right.
So I'm
in the
going to break
entrance.
into that, grab the biggest rifle I can find.
I mean, you had a target right behind you.
And some ammo.
Okay.
And
Flame Lady's in the building with you.
oh, she made it in the
Yeah,
building.
she's
Oh.
in the building. That's
Well,
why I ran out of the building.
Well, then I'm
Two
also going to grab a
choices.
shotgun.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna go for the guy out front, and I want to. Oh shit! If she's in here, you know what? Yeah, I'm just okay. So instead of the rifle, the shotgun that I found, I don't know if it's loaded, but I'll at least try to load at least one shell in and take a shot at her. I don't know if I can
Okay.
get behind her though.
She's coming your way.
Is there like a way I can maybe like run through like the kitchen to
Well, it
like
depends on if
juke
she
behind
turned
her?
around to look at Trixie when Trixie shot her.
True, yeah.
Yeah, so you start digging through this gun cabinet and you find yourself a 10 gauge and load a couple shells in it, and I will say you have enough time for one shot, sure.
Okay. Was I able to get behind her?
There's like a little half wall between you and open vision of like the kitchen area where she's at. And so you turn the corner with a shotgun and you're face to face with her.
Oh, well. Fuck it. Blam.
All right, kick some ass.
Bam.
Exactly.
Well. Oh, and I get to roll weird instead of tough. So 9. So yeah, that's a 9. I don't know
Okay.
how much shotguns do. Does anyone have a shotgun on their character sheet?
Let me look.
3 harm, close, messy, loud.
Yep,
Okay.
I was gonna say 3 harm, so.
I have one. I don't use it, but I have one.
I just really like the fact that you could use it as like just a walking cane. That's all you use it as.
It's not loaded or anything.
No, just a walk.
It's
just an aesthetic
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And she doubles over after you shoot her, and then she looks up, says,
You scared me.
"No." And then with uncanny speed, she's all of a sudden in your face and gripping your throat with her now extended claws. You can see like her hands have turned into like talons. And she is going to throw you back through the open front door, and you are going to take 2 harm.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So, with that, let's see.
It's back to me.
I believe so.
Well, first,
Well,
I'm going to resolve the monsters, what they're doing. So the Zivon, the male, he seems to be getting fed up with the antics of your group, and so he is now just like bolting straight for the front door. The actions of these two, there's something inside that they want. And so he heads straight from the front door, just ignoring all of you. And he yells, Ademia, get him! And Ademia, presumably the female phoenix, continues further into the house. No one is inside the house right now, so you don't see anything, but you do hear a scuffling happening inside.
If she would have taken 1 damage from the dice, that stops her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I would have watched her walk around since I was at the back door.
Mm-hmm.
Did I see where she went? I'm assuming she went towards the bathroom.
Yes.
Okay.
I probably would. I mean, I don't know if I would have seen because I was just thrown out the door. But
You've seen him go in.
which
I
means
also
I'm
saw
behind him now.
Perfect.
David's a top.
I'll start running to go inside. Stop for a brief second to look down at David and be like, "What the fuck is your team?" And like go inside.
I don't know.
You know where I am.
I know where you are.
David doesn't know where I am. For all he knows, I'm inside the fucking house.
I just gestured.
Do I see any of them as I bolt inside?
So you see scorched footprints in the wood flooring leading down this hallway.
That's gonna be hard to get out.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them. Follow them footprints.
I think you're gonna have to replace those. Footprints.
So you follow the footprints, and they lead straight to a bathroom. And in this bathroom, you see Zavon, this male, holding Jerry up by the neck. And you can see that it's not so much that Zavon is lighting Jerry on fire. It's like he's sucking the fire out of Jerry, and Jerry is starting to turn ashy and cracked, and like he's turning into a burnt corpse. And you can see now this male figure is starting to glow with power. And he's holding the woman's hand, and the power is flowing into her as well. And you can see as the last drops of life exit Jerry's body.
Oh, so he looks like he's done.
Yeah. And they...
Being who I am and knowing Jerry, I don't give a fuck. Kind of glad for it, but at the same time, this asshole.
That was mine.
That was mine. that was mine. I scream as I just like release this blast of energy into the this tiny ass bathroom. So yeah, I'm a blast.
Okay,
So yeah, then I
blast
started
away.
blasting.
So I started blasting.
Brick the pipes. Brick the pipes.
Anyway, I started shooting. Oh god, that's 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want me to tell you? Hit.
Yeah, and anyway, so I don't know. Is it too small? Who's next to the door? Whoever is the closest to the door is getting it. If I can't hit Devon, because I've already been like beating the shit out of him. I'm trying to go for him, but if I can't, I'll hit whatever's in front of me.
Ademia is probably closest to the door right now.
Sweet. I'm gonna add some frost and force onto this bitch. So
Bump them into each other.
yeah.
Is there a window in the bathroom?
Yeah, there's a small one.
Let's do Let's do a less harm for me.
Okay.
But blast for 2, force for 1, frost for 1. So I'm gonna kind of flavor it as having the pipes in the bathroom kind of shoot out some water and like nail her to the wall. Since it has restraining for ice as well.
Okay.
And it won't matter anyway because I'm going to hit her with force, and that's a push.
Okay. So what kind of damage does that do, I guess? Or are you just holding her in place?
That's just a restraining, so.
Okay, cool.
Did you
all
do
right.
damage?
Yeah, I've done four harm to her.
Oh, 4 harm. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So with that, you fucking just go all in on this
That was
spell,
mine, bitch!
And you see her as like this water, like rods made of water, like just pierce her, and like she like goes gaunt and kind of screams and screeches, and you see her form kind of elongate into almost like bird-like features as she kind of screams and turns to ash. And Zavan, this male figure, looks at you and says, "Oh, nice try." And he's not very happy with you.
I'm not very happy with him.
And so as she turns to ash, though, the wall that you would pin her to starts on fire. And I mean like instantaneous, like dry wood gone up in smoke type of fire. And this room is now an inferno.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I'll start to back up from the fire.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And with that, we'll go on to Toni.
Where's this dog leading me?
So the dog keeps leading you on, and I assume you just kind of set him on autopilot, priest.
Yeah, he knew from trying to scout the area around, coming around the back, what would be the best.
Yeah. He leads you on, and you do eventually come to kind of a rock outcropping that he kind of walks underneath this outcropping and just sits. And he apparently feels this is as safe as any place.
He'll do the actual dog thing where he's like, like licking the kid and like being a dog, making the kid feel sort of okay.
How's it going up back there? Can you can't talk to me, but maybe you can give me some hints.
He understands.
Just
can't talk.
He looks at you, and you don't know how it's possible, but he raises a paw, and then it almost looks like he goes like this.
We gotta go back and help them. Well, I gotta go back and help them. Can you keep him safe?
The dog nods at you.
Okay. Okay, Manny. What's the dog's name?
Alex.
Okay, Manny, this is my friend's dog, Alex. And actually, his name is I don't know your name. His name is Priest. My friend, his name is Priest. And this is his dog, Alex. And Alex is going to keep you very, very safe until I come back, okay? Can you
Yeah, he nods.
So stay here with the dog. Don't go anywhere. But if the dog wants you to follow him, follow the dog. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. You travel alone in the forest. Okay. I'm run back towards my party.
Okay, so you are running back. It'll probably take you a little bit to get back. So.
Well, I walked where I was going and I'm running back, so.
Okay.
In my stilettos. It's great.
Yeah. So I'll say communicating with a sentient dog creature, finding a good hiding spot and all that. That was your turn. And now running back. So next turn you'll be able to do something.
Okay.
To help the party. Trixi, what's up?
Do I see and or hear the fire that's going on outside? Like, does the window shatter? Do I?
I would say you do hear a loud shrieking scream. There is probably breaking glass from the bathroom. And you hear two male voices yelling at one another inside the building.
Okay. Yeah. I will run up to that window and take a look around inside and be like, "It's on fire, yo!" And then just blast. I'm just gonna ice the whole room if I can.
Okay.
Including, like, I don't know that Jerry's dead, but I ice his body as well as
Devon.
Devon, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ice all those bitches.
Okay.
Oh, that's real bad. I'm gonna use a luck point though.
Okay.
I see he didn't want to blow any of his friends up today.
Okay, so you get experience,
Okay.
but it succeeds as if you rolled a 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was the ice damage again?
That is 3 close, and then a d6. 3 is only 1. So, okay, start of his turn. Alright then.
Alrighty. So with that, Mickey, what are you doing?
He is like just crouched behind a like tree, just like trying to compose himself. And he's like basically bleeding out.
Okay.
But I imagine he
You
probably
see
sees Toni
back
running
to the house. Yeah.
and like in stilettos,
In stilettos.
just gazelle gliding like Nordic track, like, and he's like, okay, we can do this. And I assume he's seen Trixi like run towards the house, and he's just gonna take out his pistol and like, or his handgun and run up there and just start shooting into the window. I don't know who's in there.
Into the bathroom window.
Or yeah, in the bathroom window, right?
Right.
Let's see what happens. That's all I got. I'm a little lightheaded, not thinking. There's more blood on the outside of me than in me.
So before we complete your turn, I just want to say, so you blast the inside of the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
and
wreck this
Devon
place.
doesn't like that, so he grabs the sink and throws it not out the window, but out the wall,
Oh, perfect.
which the window was attached, and you take 2 harm as you are pummeled with porcelain.
Oh, perfect.
Well,
No, that's for Matt.
No, that's
Oh,
for
Matt.
she-
Oh, that's probably for the best.
Yeah, not you, Mickey.
I mean, I would have still.
You're in there shooting and you see a bathroom sink come and hit.
Oh, good. A bigger
Trixi.
window I can shoot through next time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
all right.
So you shoot
So-
through the sinkhole.
Yeah. Literally a
Literal
sinkhole.
sinkhole.
Oh, that was good.
That's almost better than Chandra.
We
Okay,
can rebuild her.
what did you roll, Mickey?
Oh, I didn't. That's
Oh.
Is that tough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
No.
probably not gonna do. I don't have any tough. I shouldn't be shooting guns. I rolled a 6, and I have a -1 to tough, so that is a 5.
Okay.
You gotta
You got all your luck?
I mean,
You
I
have luck.
I got all the luck in the world,
Oh shit.
but
Okay, well,
I don't know. I'm good. We'll just see what happens.
so you fire the bullet, and you see as it reaches its target, you see drops of like metal just melt before him as he starts to heat up. And you can see now that there's like just this growing flame around him. And he's just going to cock his head at you, and he just finger guns a little shot of fire just for 1 damage on you, and shoots the gun out of your hand.
Oh no. I don't have a gun now.
At least you get XP.
Yeah.
Yeah. David, what are you doing?
Picking myself up after getting thrown through the doorway, I would grab that shotgun again. So, I'd like to, because like there's a lot of shit going on in this bathroom. Instead of going to the doorway because you're kind of in the way, I'm gonna go up to the wall. I can get like 2. There's like I'm just kind of wondering here. Is there like a wall that like on the other side of it is the bathroom?
Say that again.
So like in the room that I enter into, is there a wall that like
Shared
on the
with the
other
bathroom?
is being shared with this room and the bathroom?
Yeah, I would say it's behind the gun cabinet. This wall is.
That makes it easy.
You gonna blind shoot into the bathroom?
Yeah. I mean, fuck it at this point. If I could maybe try and shoot from a lower position, sort of up, to see if maybe I can hit some pipes as well to try and blow those along the path.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll say you're shooting blind, so it's kind of just dumb luck, but roll some kick some ass.
7, 8, 9.
Okay. Yeah, that is a success. Yeah, so the shotgun goes off, and you hear yelp from the other side of the wall as you assume Zavon took damage. Who knows? Maybe it was someone else, but on the other side, people who can see.
Oh my god, he killed Jerry!
There is all of a sudden a hole in the wall where there used to not be one. It didn't hit the pipes.
Okay.
Maybe if you had like gotten a advanced success, but
hey, I'll take the hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would you say that counts as an ambush, if not even attacking from behind?
Yeah, I mean,
Who expects a shot through a wall?
he is expecting a fight, but he wasn't expecting a hole through the wall to hit him. So, sure, I'll count it.
Okay, so
It
then
doesn't
instead
matter.
of 3, it's 5 harm.
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Because of my sneaky.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good. So, he looks pretty messed up. With the end of your turn, you can see now he is gathering power. Whatever he did to Jerry, he is about to unleash that. And
Where does the fucking fire truck?
It's gonna show up about 2 minutes too late.
Yeah.
Yep. He's building power, and you he's becoming hard to look at. He's become very bright. Like his skin gives off almost a white flame glow now, and there's like a vibration to him. I will say that it is your instincts, all of yours, that something bad is about to happen, and it probably behooves you not to be around when it happens. So that is his round.
He takes 1 person.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
He's dead now. He's powered down.
You avoided
Okay.
nuclear disaster, right?
So that is his go. We are back to Priest.
Jesus.
Blast him on your way out.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wall him again like I did the first time. At least keep him in a spot where I can run away from him, where he doesn't all of a sudden, like zip, right next to us and then blow up.
Okay.
That is 9, 10, 11.
Okay, that is.
So I am going to take 1 less harm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to I'm gonna ice and earth him as part of a wall instead.
Okay.
So I'm kind of putting up a wall of ice and earth, like between the 3 of us that are in the house. Sorry, you're outside, man. You're not on our side.
You can run away.
But yeah, just kind of putting that barrier up between us before he goes nuclear.
Okay.
But like also kind of catches him in the chin on the way up or whatever.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's only 2 harm.
Mhm.
But he is restrained from going anywhere.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bolt out the back door.
All right. So you restrain him, building up what you're hoping is enough of a barrier, some sort of shield to keep the damage contained somehow. And as you're running out the back door, Toni comes running up to you, and Toni, you see him running away. What do?
What? What's going on?
Run, motherfucker, run!
What? Why?
I just keep running.
Can I peek in? Can I peek in?
Yeah, you can peek inside.
Can I see him?
So, yeah, I'll say that from this angle, some of the interior walls have been burned away, and you see this, you can't quite see everything, but you see that there is, this glowing hot white light building up from across the house, and shit looks bad.
And I can't see him good enough to get a shot in on him or something though.
Yeah, you can definitely try.
Okay, I'm just from the doorway gonna try and shoot him and then turn around and run away.
Pot shots.
Okay.
I've been trying to save a child this whole time. I want to shoot the bad guy. 8?
8. Oh, okay, that's a hit. So yeah, you inflict harm on each other.
He takes 3 damage. I shoot him with a fucking gun and then turn around and start doing my power run away.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot him. you shoot him, and the light seems to get brighter, and like you can start feeling the ground shake.
That didn't help. Keep running.
Yeah. So Trixie, what are you doing?
Based on seeing people do harm to him, does it seem like he is like close to death in any way, or does it look like he's just about to like supernova explode and it doesn't matter what we do? Like, does he look weak?
Yes. He it looks like he is already way past like death, but this is his last big bang.
Okay.
Um
Seeing as the priests try to like bar him in place, type of thing, can I try and like reinforce that?
Sure.
Like just like use some magic to try and like put some sort of barrier around him, or strengthen the barrier that's already around him, or something.
Okay.
8, 12.
Well, all right. And so, describe how your barrier manifests itself.
So I think it would just extrapolate the ice and ground that the priest already put on it. Just kind of like duplicate everything. So depending on how restrained he already was, like hypothetically, like it grabbed him around the waist or something. Like it like envelops his entire body, and the ice like wraps around his wrist and like restrains him, almost like he's stuck to the wall type of thing. Sears him, you know, all that thing.
Yeah, it almost, well, like magic. The barriers and the traps just seem to grow and thicken and just strengthen themselves around this ticking time bomb. Nikki, what are you doing?
I'm gonna run.
Okay, you run.
He's gonna hold his guts inside
Okay, yeah.
and try to run away, but he is
Okay.
dying.
Oh, how bad are you, Mickey?
I shouldn't be around Trixie if she loses eyes that bad.
Okay.
So
So-
unstable, but healable.
Yep.
More
Okay.
scars.
Yeah, just more
Um,
scars.
All right. So you're running.
If-
Um.
Would he
Go ahead.
know that if he was running, could he turn around and take one last shot? Or would he know that?
That would
I
slow
would-
down.
I would say you could probably take one last shot, but you know you saw the two monsters. You don't know if there's anything else out here.
Okay.
That's what I'll give you. So you might open yourself up to danger. Okay, but
But I don't know if there's anything else. So he'd probably just shoot as he's running. You know, do that
Okay.
thing where you turn around and do one last shot as you like hold your gut and.
right. Okay. So go ahead and roll some kick ass.
6.
Oh, that is a failure.
Which makes
So, I'll say, I'll say this. So you're running and you turn around to take one final pot shot. You make it a decent distance from the house. But because you're turned around, you don't see that tree branch and you trip
Oh,
and you're knocked unconscious.
perfect.
David?
Well, I'm going to have to make my exit, but there is a hole in this wall now, so I can see. I did turn the water on. I want to see if I can at least blast the... Try and shoot the pipes, not shoot him, but shoot the pipes and hopefully also break the bathtub to release any water that was in it to see if it might splash out and, like, douse his flame, if it were.
Okay.
And
I'm
bathtub
doing
is just
and,
full of
and
mud.
I'm
It's got
fucking booking
it's
it.
Muddy Jerry in there.
And the chick Phoenix too.
Oh yeah,
She's
Oh.
in there. She's a soup too.
yeah. That's like that's good. For
I mean,
your
at this
skin,
point, I'm
but-
assuming anyone that's in there with him or them. Well, I guess I can't see her, but I'm assuming
So-
anyone else that would be in there is fucking dead. So
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll your kick-ass
Oh my
roll.
God, did we just adopt a child?
damn it.
What's that?
Oh,
He asked if we just adopted a
We're
child.
gonna have to take this kid back to the bunker.
Yeah.
Just another
12?
orphan for the bunker.
12, you said?
12. Yeah.
Okay.
I know our group.
Yeah, so
Orphan
They are the
you
orphan.
do hit a pipe somewhere, and it does start kind of spraying water inside. And as you're turning to book it, you do see that some is splashing on this figure. But I will say it's so hot, it's become unbearable for you, and a lot of this water is now starting to evaporate. The barrier that the magic users have put up is probably protecting you from the worst of it. But I will say that the water at this point in the fight is probably doing minimal help.
You just created an amazing spa. You've created a mud bath and a steam room.
Now get the fuck out of there.
Oh yeah, no, I was
It's the
looking.
worst
I was
renovation
already
show
like,
I've ever
I'm,
seen.
like shooting and running. So
That's
Yeah.
what I tried too.
So as you are
Whatever door is closest.
running,
I think it was the sinkhole.
I'm not going through that room.
so as you're running out of the house, the shaking and the vibration seems to be getting worse, and you look behind, and you can't hardly look at the guy anymore, but it's almost like there's like black cracks all the way through his body, and there's like a beam, a pillar of light that shoots out from the top of his head. What little is exposed from all the barricading measures, and there's like a concussion wave as he blasts, and the house just flies apart in tons of tiny planks and pieces and boards. There is a plume of fire that goes up. Definitely seems to be like controlled and like harnessed by this makeshift barrier, but even then the barrier eventually gives away. It definitely slowed down the worst parts of this blast. And you see, even through all this, it looks like there's just, when the debris clears and the smoke fades away, there does seem to be like this husk of something bent over where this man was, and you see it start to rustle again and move, and he looks up at you with like these glowing coals for eyes. The rest of his body is like charred black, and as he's about to get up, out of fucking nowhere, this giant metal dome slams around him, and you hear all around you, in the commotion of his power-up, you didn't hear it, but these helicopters are swirling all through the skies now. You see men who are rappelling down on ropes with very large guns strapped to their backs. And they are starting to create a perimeter in this area. What are all of you doing?
Do they see us? Are they like talking to us? Like I don't.
Say that again.
Do they like? Are they paying any attention to us?
Well, that's a good question. I guess it depends if you're trying not to be noticed, or like you don't care, or
I'm gonna get up in like a daze and try and find my people. So whoever's closest to me, probably either priest or maybe David, because you ran to the front of the house. Were you at the front of the? Or you were at the side? You were at the side of the house.
I was at the back of the house.
And just try and make sure everyone's still alive. So that's what I'm doing. I don't care about these people. I'm looking for my people.
okay.
Or at least I'll go to the first person that's conscious and get their attention.
I kind of stumble to my feet, and I'm like, that bastard isn't dead yet.
The child. We need to get the child away from here.
Yeah, go for it.
Could you please make sure that everyone else isn't dead?
I look around. Does it look like anybody else is dead?
All right. So you're both in the back of the house, or what used to be the house.
Yep.
So there is now a giant metal dome sitting on top of the foundation of this house. You do see, let's see, David, you went through the front side of the house, didn't you?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay. And Trixi and Michael also were in the front side. So
We were in the back.
We were in the back. We were team back door.
Oh, okay.
That's
probably on me. I envisioned the bathroom towards the front of the house, but anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, doesn't matter. Because Mickey is unconscious on the fourth floor. Trixi, I'll say that you look behind and you see Michael is unconscious. And you see men with guns dropping down from the sky.
Are they paying attention to us? Are they like approaching us in any way? I mean, we're in the middle of a field, I'm assuming.
I mean, Mickey is in between trees. He tripped on a branch and knocked his noggin. I assume you all kind of went into the forest to get away from the blast. So, I guess, is anyone trying to approach the men?
I'm not. I'm just making sure I have eyes on all my people. And I'm going to start telling them where I have the child in the forest so we can go that way.
Yeah, I'm going to get my dog and I'm leaving.
Okay.
I will, if I can approach Mickey, I will to check on him without stirring their attention if possible, I guess.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
David, are these your people?
I'll tend to him if I can.
I'm up front.
But you're in the forest, though. I thought we were all in the forest.
No, he's up front.
I haven't been able to regroup yet.
I'm going to start going towards David.
So, David, these men are landing on the ground, and you see one turns to you, and there is as 3 bullet holes appear at your feet.
What the hell, man?
Whoa,
hey, I like hold my back. Whoa, federal agents, hold up the shop.
And he doesn't seem to care. He levels his gun at you, and he looks like he's ready to attack again.
What do you want?
Okay, are you trying to do anything?
Like, I'm kind of like, my hands are up. I'm holding the badge. I'm sort of like backing up.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get if he, I don't know, see if I can get a response. Like, what do you want from me?
Okay. Roll me an act under pressure.
Was it cool? Okay. 8.
8? Okay. So I give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So you're flashing your badge. He is holding a very aggressive stance with you. He already fired at you. So the price you have to pay is taking 2 harm because he opens fire on you and shoots you.
Oh man, I was already backing up though. Okay.
I, from the woods, start like gesturing.
I mean, I'm facing him, so I can't see you. Are you behind me?
I'm like off to the side of you.
I guess kind of scanning. I don't know. I probably would have seen her like, I'm already out of here. Of course, then he shot me, so I don't know because now I'm in the dying zone.
Being unstable? I'm assuming you're not dying.
I am unstable.
Okay. So he fires at you and it hits you in the gut. The choice is yours. This man doesn't seem like he's going to be reasoned with.
I mean, if I can leave, I'm already trying.
Okay. So you turn and book it, holding your side, and the man does seem to follow you for a little while, firing into the trees, but they're missing you. You do turn around and look behind you, see if he's following, and you do notice in between the trees, one of the helicopters has landed, and on the side of it, you can faintly make out the large white letters of Alysia Industries.
Oh, they're not happy with me. That's why he shot me.
They're not happy with any of us. Are you okay?
No.
Okay. Well, come this way. Maybe Trixi can heal you. It's kind of up in the air most of the
Let's
time.
make our way out and then.
I'll show you where I have the kid. I guess we have a kid now.
And just for time's sake, Trixi, you found Michael, and I'll say that in this time of need, you were able to give him a point or two of health, and that was just enough to wake him up. And all of you gathered together, maybe except for Priest, who seems to just want to fuck off on his own.
He would have gathered with us at least where we had the kid, because the dog was guarding the kid.
Yeah.
Right.
He'd leave after he left his dog.
You all take off through the woods, trying to make your way out of danger's grasp. A strange and confusing ending to all the events that have led you here. And you make your way back down the road once you take a large arc. Chandra is there. She is still injured, but she is able to back out of the woods and take you
Chandra,
away
could you
from this.
could you engineer a car seat?
Modifying vehicle, and in the back seat there's just a little elevated seat with little pads on the side that pops up.
Perfect.
And you take off in Chandra, a little confused, maybe. This was not the fight you were expecting. Not the first time that happened, but even more confusing is why did the creature not die? And what does Alysia Industries have with it? And I would like to end with the way we started. Father Emmanuel, what are your thoughts as you depart?
He's happy that the dragon is finally dead, but pissed off that it wasn't him that did it. So he's going to probably find out who these people are, as I'm sure he got to look at the side of the helicopters as well, but he'll do it his own way.
I mean, we know who they are.
Yes. So, with just a smidge of dissatisfaction, the comfort knowing that his vengeance was had, at least in a way, he drives off into the sunset to be seen once more, perhaps. And that is where I'm going to wrap up our episode tonight. I hope you enjoyed this little foray, meeting these characters again, meeting a new character, and sticking with me as we lead ourselves into season 2, the official season 2 of Monster of the Week. And I don't know if you noticed, I've been setting up certain themes, certain characters that will be popping up over and over again. The fun's just getting started, and I can't wait to see you all next time. So, thanks again, and good night.